that's when they're going to start supporting you, is because the amount of numbers that other people support you, that's when they're going to come. So yeah, I would say don't ask. It's not worth it, because then you're going to get mad, and then you're going to start arguing with your best friend, and it's not worth it. It's really, really, really not worth it. But
it's Dajah Nicole. This Dajah Nicole. You tuned into the hottest in the city. Nice smile, need a light up the city. She got life.
welcome to my YouTube channel, Dajah Nicole. And if you're new here to my channel, hi, my name is Dajah Nicole, and on my channel I do personal development, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, plus more. But those are like my top 4 niches of my channel. So hi, and welcome to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi, how are you? How was your day? But in today's video, it's going to be a girl talk. I did get some people to ask me some questions for this video, but not a lot. But I was like, I can still give out like good tips and stuff for like what I want to talk about in this video. So yeah. But also, this is the second video of the new year. So happy new year. It is 2023, and I hope that you make this year your year, because you know everyone wants to achieve their goals, no matter how big or small they are, or no matter what they are, to be honest. So I hope that you have a good year this year. And before I start today's video, of course I do have 2 shout out winners, which are so the first shout out winner goes to Glamour Me Beauty Bar. So she is the first shout out winner, and the second shout out winner is Queen Key 83. So those 2 are today's shout out winners. And of course their channels will be here on the screen and also in the description box down below. So y'all should go check out their channels, and of course comment under one of the videos that I sent y'all there, and also subscribe as well to their channels. But before I start today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just get on to this girl talk.
I thought today was like a Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay, so I got my Starbucks. I actually got this. So I got my Starbucks, and it's actually my original like #1 order, where I were originally order from Starbucks, my go-to. So if you are wondering, I did post this on my story like a couple of days ago. But yeah, follow me on all my social medias, by the way, which will be in the description box down below and here on the screen. But it is a Trenta cold brew with blonde espresso, 4 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, 2 pumps of white mocha, and a half or a splash of almond milk. So it's really good. So if you want to try like a new drink, I recommend this. And I will have what I have in the descriptions and also pinned in the comments as well. So y'all should try it. And I get the largest size because I love caffeine, I love coffee, and why not? So yeah, but let's just get on to this girl talk. So like I said, I did get some questions, not a lot, but I was like, you know, let's make it worth it. So this girl talk is going to cover 3 topics: toxic people in general, mental health, and friendships and relationships. So yeah, so someone have asked, like, wants me to talk about is the cons of a partner you wouldn't like. So I feel like before, like I said, people did send me some questions because I asked, or some topics. So let's just talk about relationship aspects first, because I feel like nowadays in the 21st century, I was gonna say 20th, but we're in the 21st century. In the 21st century, in the year of 2023, I feel like, especially in my generation, it is really hard to be in a relationship. It's really hard to find someone to be in a relationship because not everyone is honest, not everyone is loyal, everyone cheats. It's just like there's something that's not being communicated to bring a relationship and make that stronger. And I feel like a lot of people are all about, you know, that, well, I'm not gonna say on camera, but you know, all about that. I feel like with music and books now too, and movies and television, it goes into, like, you know, toxic relationships, domestic violence, and all of these different things. And I feel like, you know, it's really hard to find and to be in a relationship. Like, if you find that one person for you, you're lucky, you know, because there's still, like, you know, there's still people who are all, you know, old-fashioned, want to go on dates. It's not all about that, and, you know, will check up on their partners. But I feel like in my generation, like, people in the early 20s and late teens, is really hard to be in a relationship because everyone don't want to be serious. Like, no one wants to be serious, or people want to cheat, or it's like, I want to be with you, but like I don't, or it's now poly. Like, I'm just really confused about that. But I feel like with that, with today's relationships, like people being in relationships, it's like, it's a hit and miss. It's mostly a miss and then a hit, because like I said, everyone don't want to be serious. It's just, you know, let's have sex and all of that. But I feel like if you want to, like, look for a partner, if you want to, because I'm looking at my phone and stuff, but if you want to look for a partner in today's society, as in 2023, I feel like you need to at least make a list of what you want. If the man, I feel like now, because everyone has so many baby daddies and baby mamas, and a lot of, especially women, don't want to deal with that, the men, it's like really hard for women to find partners than men. So like, if you want to know, oh, how can I, like, get in a relationship, a healthy relationship in today's time. So the pros and the cons of being in a relationship in today's times, and just with people, I feel like if you want to be in a relationship and you want to find that person, I feel like do not find a person with kids. Don't be in a relationship if the person have kids. And the reason why I say this, because my mom have told me, like, if I ever find someone, to not be with someone who have kids. So like, if your partner, or if you're talking in that talking stage and that person has kids, I'm gonna tell you this, ladies, drop him, because one, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a lot of drama with you and the baby mother, or baby mothers, or how many baby mamas that person have. Two, you are going to be, you want to not be, but you want to feel obligated to raise that man's child when it's not yours. You know, you didn't want to have kids. You want to enjoy life first before you have kids. So like, why would you want to be in a relationship with someone who already have kids, and now you taking care of someone else's kids? It's like, why would you do that to yourself? So yeah, do not be in a relationship with kids. I feel like also with a lot of men who have kids, they talk about it more. They will like just talk about their kids, and it's just really boring. So I tell you, my mom told me this, and I'm telling y'all this: do not be with a man who already have kids with someone they previous have a relationship with, because it's not worth it, and you're going to now be part of their responsibility. Because yeah, and I also feel like because the woman loves the man, most women do feel obligated that they themselves have to take care of that man's child, but in fact they don't. So that's like, if you want to look for a guy, do not look for a guy who have kids. If he has kids, if his first 3 things about him say, I have a child, or I have 2 children, or yeah, just say, yeah, I can't do this, you know, I don't want kids, and I don't want to help you raise your kids. So no, it's like, it's just different between men and women. So yeah, the next thing, I feel like if you want to find that person, make sure that person has a job. I feel like, you know, because, you know, I don't know, it's like, you know, men, you know, you gotta bring the money in the house and all of that. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, men have to, but no, I feel like if you find a man who has a job, you know, he's doing something with himself, he's doing something with his life, he's just not sitting on his ass. But if he doesn't have a job and he's working, like, he has a side hustle and he's in school, that's what I'm trying to say. So if he has like a side hustle but he's in school, I also feel like that's okay too, because he's doing something with his life. He's getting a degree and he's still making money on the side. So I feel like if you don't have a man and you're looking for one, just make sure that he's doing something with his life. And yeah, because I feel like if a man is not doing nothing with his life and he wants to be in a relationship with you, it's just going to be a boring ass relationship. Another thing I feel like with guys and stuff is, I have to really think about this because I said those, but like, if the guy has good hygiene and dresses well, that's a +1. And if you have to tell a guy things that you like and only once, and like maybe once or twice, because sometimes, you know, they might forget and they can remember, he's a keeper. So yeah, those are like my tips, both pros and cons of finding a partner and what to look for. You don't have to really care about the height or how much money they make, or just anything, because I feel like in today's society it's all about the height, how much money they make, and their body type. So I would just put those out the window and just look into personality, because personality is always the #1 thing in a relationship. So yeah, so still in a relationship, but this is now with both dating and friendships, because this is a relationship, is if someone is like, if you're in a toxic relationship with a partner or a friend. Now I'm gonna go with friend first and then partner. So if you're in a friendship and that person is toxic, so you have a toxic friend, and it doesn't even matter how long you've been friends with, they can switch up. People can switch up. You can know this person since you were little, and they can switch up like that. So if you're in a toxic relationship, or friendship to be exact, and you want to know what signs, I feel like if you have a friend who you tell everything, you're +1 into everything, you're #1 person that you want to talk to, and you tell them and they seem rude, they come off rude, or they seem jealous, I think that's why I actually cut off my best friend, because I knew something about her was just really off about her, and that's when she was like, you know, I don't want to talk to you no more. So I just cut her off. But like, for like, if you have been with someone, a friend, and you've been with them, you always been there with them with their ups and downs, and you know they switch up, cut them off, because people could switch up on you. And I saw that, like I said, when my best friend with 10 plus years, and to be honest, I almost asked for an explanation, but then I just blocked her. And you don't want to have a valid explanation from someone. So if someone is acting so rude to you or off, and you have a long friendship with them, or they say like, I want to stop talking to you just for like no reason, and you want to know why, don't ask why. Just cut them off, block them and stuff, because soon they're going to feel sorry and everything. And that's what I did. I blocked her number, I blocked her on Snapchat, and I blocked her on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, because people can switch. But I think also because I would tell her my achievements and things that I have done and stuff, and she would too, and you know, I was proud of her, you know, and she just didn't like that. So it was just like, why? And then like, also, if you're trying to meet new people, like friends and stuff, and you know, y'all cool, but then soon they just stop talking to you, delete their number and everything, because for like, you get an explanation from someone and reason why they stop talking to you is no use. And like, that's what I did. I actually befriended this girl at my university, and then like after we went out, we just stopped talking. And then I saw her literally before, like, I think Thanksgiving break, I saw her, and then I just pretended to, like, you know, everything was cool, but it was just like, no, I want to know like why you stopped talking to me. But I just, like, you know, said hey and just went out my business and met up with my brother to his car because we was about to leave. So like, I feel like you don't need to explain yourself to why, or you don't need to ask for an explanation on why this person is being this way towards you after they switch up, because people are going to switch up on you, and you want to know like why, like what did I do to you? It's nothing that you did, it's something that you're doing that they're not doing, and they see you as a threat. So if they see you as a threat and they're not saying it verbally, but how they switch up on you, then just block them. I just feel like a lot of people don't know that. But yes, people, especially friends, people that you're close with, like friends, they will see you as a threat, and that's when you need to know, like, to block them. So the next like questions, like I feel like, because I have questions, so like topics and stuff. So like, how can you leave a toxic situation? Because I feel like this is with both relationships and friendships, and I just covered friendships, but I'm gonna now, like, you know, with how to leave a toxic situation, then I'm gonna talk about like the toxic and like relationship. So like, I feel like if you want to leave a toxic situation, just leave without no explanation. Like, that's like, for real, leave. Do not explain why you're leaving, just go. If you gotta block that person on all your social medias, do that. On their phone number, do that. And you know, you don't have to explain why you did it. Once you leave, it's going to hurt first, but then after a couple of weeks, you'll be good. So just leave. That's like what I would say if you want to leave a toxic situation. Now, how can you deal with a toxic partner? I feel like that is different levels, because it just depends on how much you love that person. So how can you deal with a toxic partner and leave that situation? So first of all, you cannot ask someone to change on how they treat you. You cannot also ask them to change on who they are, because we are all made different, and we, have different upbringings. So they probably have so much hatred and everything because of their childhood. So you can't really change them. But if you want to leave the toxic relationship that you're with your partner, all you have to do is leave. That's it. But what if that person is hitting you and stuff? I will say this: tell someone that you're really close with, and then if that person is not home, turn off your phone, smash it, change your phone number, and leave. Because I feel like that in that situation, it can be hard. And yeah, it's like if you're in that situation of DV, it's really hard. But if you have support, tell someone and tell them, like, I'm gonna change my number soon, but I'm letting you know. And then once I get somewhere safe, I will leave that situation. I will text you. So that's like my way of saying, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you're in a toxic relationship and it's verbally, I would say leave with if that person asks you why you dumping them, just say because you're not happy. And that can be a reason to leave a relationship, because you're not happy. And if they don't care, just walk off or block them. And if you gotta change your number because there's people who can be stalkers, then do that, because this world is crazy. But yes. So we're done, like almost done with like relationships and toxicity, and then I'm gonna go to the mental aspect. So I did get a question on what would you do if your best friend can't support your business. So I feel like this is in a relationship kind of, because it's just friendship. So if you have a business or a YouTube channel and you ask your best friend to support you, I'm gonna tell you this: don't ask that person to support you. I have asked my ex-best friend to support me, and she did say that she would, but she didn't. So yeah, I'm saying this: do not ask your best friend to support your business or whatever you got going on that's big for you. Do not ask them until once you go big, because that's when they're going to start supporting you. Is because the amount of numbers that other people support you, that's when they're going to come. So yeah, I would say don't ask. It's not worth it, because then you're going to get mad, and then you're going to start arguing with your best friend, and it's not worth it. It's really, really, really not worth it. But yeah, don't ask is all I'm gonna say. So like, if you have a best friend and you want their support, I'm gonna say this one more time: do not ask them for your support, for their support, not your support. But do not ask them for their support until you have a huge following, a lot of more sales, because that's when they're going to start supporting you, to be honest. The honest, brutally truth. Now I'm going to talk about mental health and how to stay happy when you're feeling sluggish, or what to do. Okay, so I spilled some of my coffee. I'm just now I'm going to talk about mental health and how to stay happy, what you can do to be happy, because I know we're all dealing with mental health some way. So let's get this done. Okay, so I feel like, okay, I gotta think. Okay, so there's different aspects of mental health, like stress, depression, anxiety, all of that. So I want to cover stress and anxiety first, and I feel like if you want to stop stressing and, you know, stop having so much anxiety, take a nap. Taking a nap can really help when you're stressing, no matter what you're stressing about over, because you will forget about it once you wake up. And I have done this a lot. If I, like, you know, have a big test to study for and I'm really stressing because I had other things to do, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in my head, I take a nap, I wake up, and I'm just a whole nother person, not stressing about the test. So if you want to stress less, take a nap. Listen to music. Music helps a lot when you're anxious or stressed in general. A lot of therapists actually recommend, you know, patients who do get anxiety and do get stressed. I know my therapist did when I was in high school, recommends listening to music or just listening to something. It can be an audiobook, it can be a podcast, it can be, you know, just, you know, watching a YouTube video and just listening to it. Or like I said, it can be music, and it doesn't have to have the lyrics in it. So like, if you want to know how to deal with your stress, then yeah, just learn how to manage it. And you can also focus on something else. You know, we as humans get distracted really easily. You know, we're not perfect. So what you can do is get yourself distracted some way and somehow. That can be like, oh snap, I got this huge test, I know I studied for it, but I'm really stressed out. Turn on TV, watch TV. That is a distraction right there. Another thing I feel like with us, with mental health, we don't like to really talk about it. And I have seen a lot lately on, you know, young people, you know, especially when they seem happy, they're not. And, you know, I'm not going to say it on camera, but I think you know where I'm going. And check up on the people that you love, that you care about, because you don't know what they're battling with in their mind. They can seem happy, but they're not happy. And I feel like the most happiest people actually are not happy. And I feel like that is true because I actually have lost someone back in middle school due to suicide. So there, I will put the like number that you can text for the prevention hotline, but check on your loved ones because it is really huge. The numbers are always increasing every second, every minute, every hour, and a lot of people don't know. So especially, like I said, especially for the people that you never thought can do it, can actually do it. So if they seem happy and they think they have their life together, check on them, because you never know what they're battling up in their head and stuff. And if you are depressed, I'm going to say this, get counseling. And if you have to ask your therapist to prescribe you medication for depression, then do that, because that can also help, and it can also not help you and plus your loved ones, because you know they're hurting because they didn't know how you're feeling. If you have someone that you really trust and you need to talk to about your feelings, like I said, there's a lot of people, I'm someone here like this, who don't open up to no one. So if you can trust someone, then talk to a family member or a friend. Or if you can't, then just talk to a therapist. Get yourself a therapist, because therapists are confidential, so they won't tell what is going on between you and them. If you don't like talking to people, it is okay to get a journal, always date it, and write what you know are going through that day, what's going on through your head, because that can also help you, because once you write it down, you can just forget about it, and one day when you're done with the journal, you can just burn it or throw it away. You know, it makes you feel so much better that you wrote what you was feeling that day, and you don't have to worry about it. You have to know, wow, after I did this, I feel so much better, because writing out your feelings can actually help you feel so much better. So like, another thing that you can do mentally to help your mental health, and also to improve your mood, and you know, to be happy, is meditate. I feel like when you meditate, it helps you clear your mind, it helps you go at ease, and it just helps, like, for it really helps. And if you're someone who goes to the gym or like to work out, do that. I feel like a lot of people don't know the most simplest things, like going to the gym, meditating, listening to music, writing can help you mentally and also physically, but can help you mentally and also help you emotionally, because it's helping you. It gives you those other things, like, that your brain is telling you that you need, the dopamine, I think that's what it's called, that helps, like, you know, your mood go happy and all that. So it's just helping all of that. So if you're feeling depressed, get some help. You do not have to tell someone to get therapy, or if you don't want a therapist and you don't want to do therapy, you can write it in a journal, because writing does help. Exercise, it helps change your mood. Write things down, listen to music. This helps really, like, mentally. I have told people who have told me they have felt depressed, and I said, well, you need to do A, B, and C, because it helps. Even my therapist has told me it has helped. And if you're stressed or you have anxiety, you can do the same thing. It helps you, like, you know, relieve everything. Or also take a nap. Just, you know, get your, you know, and take a nap. Another thing that you can do is a breathing exercise that deals with stress and anxiety. I think it's called a 6-7-4-3-7-8. So you hold in, you let out, and you hold back in, and you let back out. Or you can just keep breathing in and breathing out. It also helps with anxiety and stress, because your body is relaxing. And I feel like if you want to feel happy and you want to be happy again, listen to upbeat music. I feel like when you listening to upbeat music, it helps your mood and it helps you have a good day. It helps you actually perform so much better. It helps you actually get a lot of things done, because if you are not happy, you cannot get no things done, because you're not motivated to get things done. I have actually heard people say this, I've seen it somewhere on Instagram, but if you're not happy, or you know, don't have a smile on your face, and you're just depressed, tired, and all of that, you cannot get more things done, like anything done. You can get probably 1 or 2 things done, or nothing done. And you know, when you're happy and energized and all of that, you can get a lot more things done. And you know, that was me. I was tired, because I'm just tired. I've got, you know, I'm anemic, so that explains why I'm tired. But it's just, I can't really get things done, and like, I low-key did not want to record this video. I low-key did not want to get all dolled up and take pictures after. But no, for real, if you are dealing with anything, anxiety and stress, take a break, take a nap, listen to music, watch TV. It helps. If you're dealing with depression, tell someone that you really trust. But if you don't want to talk to someone, no matter how much you trust them, do therapy. But if you don't want to do therapy, write in a notebook. Just write all your feelings out. Or just talk to the hotline. Text them, call them, and talk to them. They don't know you personally, you don't know them personally, so it'd be easier. But they will help you what you can do so you won't hurt yourself. So yeah, because you matter, you belong on this earth, and you have goals that you gotta achieve. But that's it for today's girl talk. I really hope that I like touch on some good points, because you know, yeah. But I hope that you have a nice, a lovely day today, because this is the end of today's video. But I really do hope that you like this video and you give it a big thumbs up, and also comment your favorite parts and subscribe and hit the bell notification so every time I post a video you will be notified. And like I said earlier, I hope you have a nice and lovely day today. If you are someone who is dealing with like anything, relationship issues, or just, you know, your mental health, I really do hope that this girl talk really does help, because you know, we need to help each other out. So I really do hope that this video, this girl talk, does help, because I did try to touch on a lot of good points on each. But I really do hope that you like this video. I hope that you're having a nice and lovely day today. Don't forget again to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so every time I post a video you will be notified. And happy New Year's. It is 2023. It's like mid-January though. Not mid-January, but you know, the beginning of January. But I want to say that happy New Year's. And if you have any video ideas, put them down in the comments down below, and follow all of my social medias. And bye besties, and I'll see you in the next video.
It's Dajah.